Seems to work. Perfect. And now you should not hear me 2 times. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So there's quite a lot that has to be done here. Quite a lot. Okay. It's pretty cool because I just like vibe coded this little API tester tool. Actually, let's change the values to be precise. So also, just so you know, the stack that we'll be using is Flask, Python, and nothing more. Because this is an API, we don't really need anything more. Obviously, for the other like service app, what I wrote here, what I let to be written by AI. Of course, like, yeah, this one obviously needs localhost. This one obviously needs like a bit more, but it's fine. Okay, there we go. So I assume we have. Yeah, this is like not cool. Get health, which is API v2 slash API. So we can just say v2 health. Okay, let's try this one. Yeah, this is the other one. Okay. So ideally we can now do slash API slash v1 slash init slash data slash init send. Perfect. Method not, well, obviously because it requires a post method, because we are changing stuff on the server. So what we have to do is like the, let me just, oh no, this doesn't work, right? Whatever. So what we have to do is like the database init, and basically of the logic for the endpoints. So like right now we have to continue implementing the endpoints according to spec, which I think this one is outdated. Totally is. It's gonna be not out. Maybe. Ah, perfect. Why is that always happening? Okay, posture feedback. Perfect. This takes way too long. I seriously don't know why. Let's open the API.md. Perfect. This is the correct one, I think. Yeah. See, this is okay. This is perfect. Okay. You gotta love it. So, let's do. Wait, we do have a slash API slash v1. Okay, so let's write all of the definitions for the router. This is like way too much stuff for now. Let's just worry about this guy. Okay, add API dot, because I think slash events returns nothing, can't, because we cannot fetch all events. We also always have to fetch by scope, so we are always expecting the Vera token in the header, which is perfect, because I do think that people will not do this. Returns all events in the selected, returns by UUID, actual UUID of the event. Should not be necessary. Yeah, see, because the scope just tells us whether the student or the teacher then is allowed to see it. I think the API adds a lot of overhead. So if we do all events by date, returns all events in a selected time frame in order starting with the oldest. Returns same as date if overlap UUID decides. So there's something missing here. I know for a fact that was supposed to be like this. Events by date. And we have to do this. And then we will just check whether the scope is correct. We really like the top bar here. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Returns JSON with object as. Whatever. Okay. Slash events. Events. Slash events. Calendar. I believe P calendar and B calendar. I believe, but I'm not sure about this, that the calendar thing is like 2 calendars, because as far as I'm concerned about all of this, oops, thank you. As far as I'm concerned about all of this, I think that we have 2 calendars for the reason, like, we need one calendar for the admins and pupils to see when they're like going, and then we need like the calendar for the actual events. So I believe there are 2 calendars. So the API is already kind of out of date. I'll also just add public calendar departure calendar, essentially, which would be slash. I'll actually change the endpoint. Slash calendar slash departure. Because this is the weird thing, they expect completely different formats for like the events. Let's just say they don't, because I don't really want to do this. And we just need to change some stuff. Okay, this would be possible. Actually, this will be. I don't want to fuck up my teammates' calendar. I think I even wrote it like this, right? So we have slash calendar slash events. What? Why? Wait, something is not right here. Okay. Yeah, I kind of already did this. Calendar slash events slash, well, P calendar. I don't see a problem with this. Get P calendar. Plus slash Well, we could return all events that are applicable to the UUID. Which means also in turn we create the events that are only applicable to a certain like number of UUIDs. Which sounds better than the idea we have initially. So initially you would be like fetch calendar by date, so or like by week, because they're for a week in the camp essentially. So instead we say fetch calendar and only return what scope allows. Well, we only return what scope allows anyways. But this way we have to do less requests and it's nicer, I believe. It's also adding a lot of overhead because it just like needs to iterate over each entry in the database, which we probably don't want to do. I mean, it has to do it anyway, so why do I even bother? Left p calendar. Events bonk. Alright, return payload. Because I want to see what happens if we like do the I want to get the like JSON and want to return it immediately. Oh, thank you for crashing. Return no, doesn't work because you have to write it like this. Perfect. Okay, well, let's restart the system thingy. Okay, pop module named service, of course, because we have to start it from here. V1 isn't like API dot v1 logic dot service service. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I always do this the incorrect way because you have to do it like this actually to make it work. v1 underscore logic service. Perfect. And the rest will be history, I believe. No module named v1 logic. Amazing. So we indeed have to import it from the upper end, so this way it actually works. What the heck? And it will probably complain. Yeah, as expected. Because the service currently only has like logic. Oh, wait, did you mean this logic? Dot v1 logic dot logic. Perfect. So we have to fix that here somehow. Import API dot v2 logic dot logic, which only makes sense, right? Because we don't want to change that in any other way. Also, we have to update the router here to be import API dot v2 logic dot service. As service. Okay. Service. Perfect. Okay. Now we should be good to go. As logic. I think actually both are valid ways to do it, right? So I believe we can just say import logic as logic. Let's see. Yeah, no module named logic. Okay. So not really. Would have been too good to be true. Perfect. The system runs again after it didn't. V1 data init. Let's see what we'll return. Oh, in a post with an empty header and empty stuff. We get a 200. Oh, so like this should be an echo essentially. Payload equal to quest.getJSON. So essentially, if we like example JSON body. I believe this is not what we should write in there. Like, probably this gets... Yeah, I think the way you write it is like... bonk. Bonk. Headers are not... Expected a property name in JSON position. So like this. Expected string or bytes, single object. This was supposed to work. Data init. Wait. Did I miss something? Headers not a valid. No. If we just leave it out. Ah, hey, hey. Okay, this worked. The shortest article ever. The easiest echo API endpoint ever. What is way of putting stuff in there? Okay, so it works. Yeah, payload is essentially the entire JSON that we would need to trim then. Okay. Easy. Also, let's just build let's just build a simple echo because I will rewrite all of this later. I mean, this is quite literally a simple echo command, right? I don't really want to say this way, but this will be essentially for all of the stuff that will be done later in the development. Yoo-hoo. / echo echo. So I assume if we now go thank you, Steam. Okay, / echo. There we go. Perfect. / ec returns nothing. Easy. Okay. Let's go and fix the router. The service translation layer will be Yeah, this will be a fun one because we will have to like do stuff. Yay. Mm. Actually though, this was a friend of mine and I really liked the game ETS2, as you already saw from another video. Probably will be linked somewhere. So I'll be online in a few seconds, and offline for you, unfortunately. Well, until he answers me, let's take a look at stuff. This is the wrong logic.py. Also, I think this is kind of stupid. V1 and V2. Because, well, you see, this is kind of not so great. Okay. And rename. And save, and the thing should reload properly. Easy. Okay. As expected. Let's continue. I will do the logic obviously later. So yeah, let's do this. Events will be cancelled out and you will only be able to do this. Thank you for... What did I do? Oh. I forgot how to do this, like, events by date thingy where you can like just change the stuff in the proper like arrangement so that you don't have to manually change it always. There was a way in doing that, and unfortunately I don't know it. Because you can like do this and pass it over to a variable, and I don't really know how this all works, so I'll ask it. I'll ask Claude real quick. I don't remember how this worked. Okay. Oh, wait. So actually, I'm not wrong for the fast API. Oh, thank you. I'm using the... Oh! Oh, yeah, it was with these, like, brackets. And I'm using Flask. And not the fast API, unfortunately. It doesn't matter though. Yeah. Oh, so you do have to like do it differently. But let's say that's close enough. Okay. Well, there's your thing. Calendar. Oh, thank you for screwing my calendar. Okay. So pretty similar. And we can just pass it over. Easy. Also probably int is not as good. Wasn't there like... Yeah, that's a problem for future someone. I know it's two things to fix, but I want to have someone have fun with debugging this. Or I'm just evil, I don't know. Okay, so actually let's change the API definition then, because this one's clearly wrong. And I assume I have stuff somewhere. Yeah, see, like this is the get to get the event, and then the post will just return, oh, worked, oh, worked, not. Whatever. Oh wait, now I edited the thing. Oh yeah, now it works fine. Okay, let's take a look. Oh yeah, scope and UUID, which is exactly the thing that we like wanted. Okay, this is beautiful. Departure time slash data slash departure. Let's just change stuff. It's not that bad. Oh, it was slash calendar slash teacher. Nope. Okay, I'm evil. I know. Okay. Only this and by UUID works. And it expects Unix time 32 slash Unix time 32 and start. Okay, and in Flask it's done like this. Okay, beautiful. Amazing. I mean, wait, I can also, I have to like update the API to someone. I have to send it to someone. Okay, so we got the calendar. Add API, the main calendar. So we have add API posts, p calendar plus by UUID slash events slash events or slash event event by UUID. Yeah, slash event slash by UUID slash. Is UUID a type? And for a single event UUID. I think UUID is a recognizable type. Yeah, see, I thought so. I wasn't sure about this. Okay, perfect. We just need U. Yeah, this is amazing. Yeah, probably just leaving in the definitions p calendar slash p calendar edit. Oh, return. Oh. Yeah, I know. The thing just crashes to oblivion if you don't do that. Okay, so boink, boink, boink. Thank you. Yeah, there will just be a post method where you send in JSON what you want to change. expects existing entry and its edits. Because you cannot create an event by UID, you can just edit it, right? This makes sense, I believe. Also, I believe that I'm using the wrong perimeter here. Patch would probably be more accurate for this one. So let's actually do this. Thank you. Okay. Also change it in definition because this is embarrassing. Okay. Let's continue. Usage event UID returns same as before. You can also use event query by UID, but new creation of expects this format. Huh? What? Alternatively, you can also use event and query by UID, but new creation of events expects this format. Slash events actual UUID. So, getting events and like changing them. So yeah, the flow is always this is something I can already tell you. The flow is you get the events for the time frame, and then you query for the events that you need for the specific time. For example, you will query 5 UUIDs and then you will just display them all in text. And then if someone edits some like event, you can just edit it in the UUID, which is, you know, kind of a pain to do. But honestly, the client doesn't have any like opportunity to manipulate the data in a meaningful way. Especially considering that we will here check for permission if changes are made. To not change anything, just query with post to change put. Do not change anything, just query with post to change put the items you want to change, not everything in the request. This is the behavior that is expected and not implemented, especially. Dot post. Oh jeez. P dot calendar plus. So we will have to like. We will have to rewrite a lot of the stuff in the API definitions. I don't really care, honestly, because this is the best possible API definition that you can get. Except for the returns, because the returns will be in like the service and everything, and they will all be jangled up. Slash event slash UUID. Slash event slash create would probably be a Okay, that is not great. True. I'm not wrong at this point. So this will be like expects an entry / event / UUID / event / create preferred. Okay. The other one will not work, but like still whatever. Create, which is a post def create / p calendar create return 0. Perfect. And now we can just do all of this for the B calendar too. Is there like any way to make this easier? Probably. Do I know it? No. Okay, wait, let's actually do a bit of sanitization. Calendar P calendar B. Oh no. Oh. Obviously, because we have the same events here for this stuff, which will be funny. Because the base URL is the same, which is, let's say, unwanted or not great too. Okay, there we go. Now it's running again. And considering everything, /v1 / calendar / events does not work. Yeah. /event / create. It was /event / create. Oh yeah. It's like, wait, /event / create wasn't it supposed to like return just nothing? The view function return a value. I mean, it kind of did, just not a value that you want. Okay, wait. Let's return it in a proper way, because I think the proper way to do this is like so. Okay, well, I assume now it's still complaining. Okay, then in a JSON format. Oh. /v1 / calendar / create / event / create. Yeah, no, this is correct. Oh. It's a GET request. Post. Error request failed. A. Wait, how was it done in the... Okay. Oh, no, I have to do like JSONify. There we go. Easy. I'm the best, no one can stop me, and I also just made a mistake. There we go. I think the thing crashed. Wait. Wasn't this supposed to be different? Okay, no, this is the logic. I need the router. No, return. This is correct. I did it. Oh, I did it the correct way. I forgot the brackets. There we go. I was basically 99% there. Easy. Let's go. Okay, so now we have the calendar, we have the init sequence. We have the other calendar, we have the query validity of the system. Every entry will be nuked after half a year of inactivity. This will not... Okay, this will not exist, which is fine. Getting the departure time / Well, the checklist might be local. Yes, it will. The departure time will not be. Okay, fine. The API v2 provides maps, auth sessions, social media. Yeah, I think this is pretty accurate. It also provides the weather, because why not? Social media, weather. There we go. Wait, is this correct? Yeah. Well, we also have to like set up all of this on the Raspberry Pi at some point. So, okay, wait. Actually, why not just also do the weather thingy? We only require a GET request for this one. GET bonk slash weather, define weather equals, okay, we'll just return 0 for now. I mean, we, oh, why not just make it in the same way that we want to do it here? For a specific day or for a week, so like this. Okay, now we are good to go. Which I will also put in the API definitions, because I know how the command looks like. My API definitions vanished. This file might be insecure. Well, preview. You just had it open. Well, I really hate you, Steam. There's no other way to say it. Tuesday, 21 degrees Celsius, etc. Bam, easy. I really, well, sure. Okay. I mean, I think there's a lot to do, and I know for a fact that I don't have time anymore. So this will be a fun one. I will continue working on this. Until then, peace, nerds.